Good morning. Good afternoon. Oh, this is the 101 for GymChurch, and today is Thursday, and we are not in the gym, and we're not at Forza. We are alive in New York, out and about. This time, we're not downtown, we're uptown. We're in the Bronx right now. Woo. We're in the hood. If you don't know, now you know. We're in the hood. Let me show you. Hey, what's up, potato? I'm all right, a little bit hot or whatever, but we in the hood today. Let me show you guys. The hood in New York. This is where we are hanging out right now. Oh, look at shiny. That's sweat, bro. That's sweat. We out here walking around in the hood in the Bronx. This how it looks up here. Yeah, not anything too amazing compared to, downtown, you know. Um, yeah. Oh, you did? Damn. What's up, Jerry? Oh, damn. I bet you look like a lobster. I bet you look like a lobster. Oh man, you know what? I can't wait to look. I can't wait to get the other channel up, man. Guys, you know what? I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna work on the other channel and to see if we start making some content. I gotta see how I'm gonna do this, where I'm gonna do it, how I'm gonna do it. I don't know if it's gonna be like spontaneous where I'm just gonna pop up somewhere and do it. I don't know. We'll see. It's one of those. I'll start walking. This old gym church right here, man, walking and talking. Whew. And this is the hood, so I can't be showing where we're at. But yeah, this is not the most best part of the neighborhood that we're in right now. Hey Maxwell, what's up? I don't know the name. I'll get it done today. So yeah, what I'm thinking about doing is entering the world of AI a lot. Technology has been taken over. I mean, it's still gonna be me. I'm gonna run it. I'm just gonna just invest a little money into it and help. As AI will be helping me do it. And that way, I can show the people in the future. You know what I mean? Because not everybody, but some people want to make content. They don't even know how to start. If you go to a content creator right now and you ask them, "Hey, can you help me?" or "You give me any tips or something," you email them. You're not gonna get a response because they don't want competition. Me, I don't see you guys as competition. I would see you guys as friends, collaborators, and people that I consider myself blessed to even be around. You know what I'm saying? And that's just being greedy. It's a view, bro. It's a view. It's a like. It's a subscribe. It's doesn't equal money for me. I don't do this for money. Okay. So I saw some content creators are really hush hush about it. They don't care to help you, or I remember going to some content creators, and asking them, "Hey, man, what in their comment section? Hey, what AI program are you using?" Crickets, you know, and that's why. Go ahead, try it out. I'm not using AI yet, so I wouldn't know. I haven't even started the channel yet. All I have is the ideas of the things that I'm gonna talk about. So I don't even know. But once I'm there, once I reach like 100,000 subscribers on the new channel, but trust me, the type of topics that we're gonna be talking about, we're gonna reach it really quick. Um, I'm not gonna sit here. Mm, That's New York, bro. Look, there's no more New York than what's happening right now. There's a guy on the speaker over there selling stuff outside. Actually, I think over here I can show you guys. There's an ambulance over here picking somebody up in front of a bus stop where the bus can't even stop. This is New York, bro. This is why a lot of people don't understand. New York is it. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know. This is the hood in New York, man. Okay, many different hoods, but this is New York for you, man. Chick-fil-A in the hood. So yeah, yeah. Camera off that way because again, we're in the hood and people don't like, their stuff, their pictures and videos, their face on camera, stuff like that. So, we gotta respect that. Here's one. I think this is a government building and they made it into a supermarket. Let me see. Let's show you guys that one. Look at this. This was a government building and they turned it into a supermarket. Okay. This is how crazy New York gets, man. Look, that's no lie. It's a full blown supermarket, right? Uh, never, ever, ever gets old living here, man. You always on your P's and Q's. Damn, I can't even speak, man. I'm thirsty, very thirsty. I got water. I just drank water. I'm already thirsty again. It's very human. Um, you got to be on your P's and Q's here. You got to think fast. Anything can happen anytime, anywhere. Gunshots, just anything, man. So this is why uh, you have to be careful where you're at. This is why people always tell me, "Oh, you never say where you're at. Why? Why am I going to tell people where I'm at, show where I'm at, if something can happen to you at any time?" Oh, look at this, man. You tore up this bike. Oh, no, I think there's somebody's bike, but it's a nice bike. Oh, man, this is not going to last long here. This is not the neighborhood. So, yeah, so right now we're in the Bronx, guys. It's not where I live, so don't think, you live in the Bronx. You have no idea where I live. All right. At any time, anywhere, I can be anywhere in New York, or New Jersey, upstate, anywhere. I don't have a car no more, but we can take the train anywhere. So yeah. Whew, man. So yeah, so no weights today, at least not in the gym. We'll do that tomorrow, being Friday. Got some stuff to do real early in the morning, but you know, we'll still get there. Why? Because I'll probably work out at home here in a bit. You get it over with at the house, at the crib. We got weights. A little icy lady over here ringing the bell. God, I remember when I was younger, I used to have a girlfriend over here. The 101 used to always have one in the pocket. You never know. That's another talk for another day. So yeah, so the other channel, yeah, the other channel is going to be about real life situations, stuff that happens, the media, shit like that. Um, the news, right? You guys are going to see how I feel about current things that are going on. Also, some stuff that the media doesn't talk about. We're going to talk about. It's just things that can affect people. Not only affect people, but just period. Just stuff that the news overlooks. Sometimes we're going to talk about athletes, entertainers, stuff like that. We're going to really get into the thick of things. Um, the society's changing, and in some cases for the best, in some cases for the worse. So we're going to talk about those things. When you guys see me hold the camera in a different ways, because some people, depending on what they look like, some shiesty individuals around here. I don't want to really have the camera facing a certain way. So, their way, or they think that I'm talking about them or something. You never know. This is New York, so you always gotta, just be careful. Woo. Let's see. Oh yeah, get that what do you call aloe? Get that aloe ready. Get that aloe ready. Luckily for me, I don't tan. However, I do get dark though. I do. When I was younger, I used to get when I used to go to Dominican Republic, man, and I would come back, they'd be like, damn, bro, like what happened? You're like, bro, you're like a shade or two from like the color black, black, black. I mean, the people in my family, very, very dark. And then some people in my family, very, very, very white. Both ways. But I don't get red, but I do get dark. And it doesn't hurt like that, actually. Like maybe the pain maybe like maybe, I don't know, a few hours and it goes away. And then when winter comes, the color goes away. Winter here in New York is harsh. They said that in about 30 years, New York is supposed to be like um subtropical. I looked at people and I said, there is no way that's gonna happen. Because if New York is gonna be subtropical, then that also means that what's the name? Places like Wisconsin, Denver are gonna change too, and I doubt that. Woo. Woo. Run for the bus. All right, no problem, no problem. Ah, what hell's going on over here? And construction everywhere you go here, bro. Everywhere. Sun is blazing out here for sure. Construction, here we go, bro. They doing construction, tearing up the street. Almost hit me with that damn pole. Yo, one of them will get paid if I get hit. Bro, our streets are gonna be off the chain if I win a lawsuit against the country. I mean, against the state of New York. I think that's good enough concrete, buddy. What you do? All right. Y'all making sure you'll hit me with that truck. One thing about construction here in New York, bro, a lot of stuff happens. The construction workers get hurt here all the time. And I do mean all the time. Uh, One thing is that I'm going to talk about today that we might talk about some more in the new channel is how the government's kind of changing. The government here is kind of getting tired of all the riffraffs and the corners and stuff like that. So when they start investing in these apartments, when they start doing what they're doing now, uh, basically the whole sidewalk and stuff like that, it's not for you to go ahead and hang out. That only means one thing. A lot of people don't think about this, but it only means one thing, and that one thing is they come. Okay, when that happens, when they start investing in the hood, yeah, it may not be this year, but it's coming. A government does not invest unless they want to get something out of it. And what they're gonna get out of it is the fact that they're gonna move people some way, somehow. Um, and they same thing happened in Florida. If you go to Florida right now, it's a place, there's a highway called I-4. They started doing construction in I-4. Everybody got happy. Oh, yeah, everybody, yeah, they're doing construction, blah, blah, blah. They're fixing it up. What they didn't think was, okay. They're fixing it up, not for you. Okay? All right? It's for the tourists. And they want the tourists to be able to walk around safely. That's where the money's at. Okay? Let's not kid ourselves. Okay? The money is at with the tourists. The tourists pay the most money. They come in here, they work all year long to make money and then to give it to another state. Unless they do a staycation, right? Where they stay at home or they stay in the same state, yada yada yada, and so on. Other than that, they go to Disney, Universal, whatever, and those vacations are not cheap. You're talking about like $10,000 or so, and so on, bro. That's not so. When they're not building the stuff for you, they're building the stuff to get the people to come in and then leave. Think about it. That's the biggest hustle ever. Okay, you go ahead, you fix it all so people will come, spend money, and then leave. Right? If you go to Vegas, it's the same thing. And in Vegas, the same thing happens here. Same thing happens almost everywhere that people want to stay. And that's the biggest mistake that you can make because you're not accounted for at the end of the days, right? They're thinking that you're going to come, they're going to leave, but once you stay, they don't really care about it. And anybody in Florida will tell you that. Yo, things are different once you move down here. Once you move down here, things are totally different. Sorry, guys. Come on. Oh, thank you. There you go. I forgot to add this walk to my resume, or whatever you want to call it today. So yeah, man, you got to keep those things in mind when you go somewhere and it looks nice and pretty, and then you end up seeing what the city's really like, and then you don't like it. Now you can't move back home. You got to talk to the locals, make sure that they tell you the truth. Because when I lived in Florida, I didn't know about the really bad places in Florida. Then I started working, and then I started going around, and I started seeing like, damn, bro, like what's going on? This is no longer Mickey Mouse, you know? And there you go. That's why I left. Now, there's a lot of places in Florida. If you have the money, yes, you can live over there. But you have to understand something about Florida. You can go 10 blocks, mansions, 10 blocks, good. That's crazy. You can actually have that. You can go few blocks, it's real nice, few blocks is shit. I want it to be consistent. So this is why we're doing what we do. So one day we can move, and live in a better place, have better outcomes in life. Yeah. So it's a little glimpse of the type of things we're going to talk about in the other channel, the real. Some stuff that other people don't want to talk about. And it's not going to be live either. It's going to be recorded, right? But I will give you guys the truth, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm either going to do it on my computer where I read something and then I'll tell you guys how I feel, right? The raw truth, nothing but the truth. Man, I'm going to tell you the truth, man. The homelessness here in New York is out of control. I mean, they talk about California, but this is insane. Sorry, guys, I'm concentrating over here where we're going because these cars, they will run you over. All right, so you got to be careful. Oh, my God. Nice little walk, getting it in. Feels good, man. Whew. So yeah, man. So the other channel is gonna be very interactive. Where I mean, after a while, that channel, I will have live streams. We have enough people, we can interact. You guys can ask me questions, yada yada yada. Just like you do on GymChurch, but you know, it's gonna be more hardcore. Maybe maybe this one will be a nightly, not every night, once or twice a week at night. Maybe like 8 o'clock, where we have a good conversation for like about an hour on a live stream about a certain subject or something that happened during the day. Woo, that's crazy, right? Somebody dies or something like that. Somebody goes to jail. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about all kinds of stuff. Give people another platform to talk about, right? Talk about some things. Get some stuff off your chest. You know, not ridiculous stuff, stupid stuff, not that. You don't want to talk about stuff like that. You want to keep it real. Something across the street. Ah, so I got asked the other day. Another thing we're going to talk about. How come I don't have a girlfriend? We're not going to get into that today. We'll get into that in the new channel. Man, why do people paint their buildings red and black? That looks crazy. Hot red and shit. New York, New York, big city of dreams. Damn. In a way, this could be the most beautiful state, right? Really could be. But there's just too many people here, right? I'm just gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it straight out, right? There's too many people here. And when you have too many people, you're gonna have some kind of chaos. Too many cars, not enough trash cans. Think about it like this, bro. In the average building, there's probably about 600 people, right? And the reason why I say 600 people, because there's gonna be over. Well, it depends. Let's say, for example, there's one of these two-sided buildings. There's probably about, damn, 35 to 40 apartments on each side, depending how tall the building is. All right. So let's say 40. Let's say 50 on each side. That's 100. Right. Let's say that the average family is three. Three times 100 is 300. Okay. And we're not talking about projects, and we're not talking about the huge, massive ass buildings that we have here. Okay. Now think about it like this. That is one building, right? In a block. And there's usually about four buildings in one block. Okay. On each side. And as you know, a block here is usually a square. So 4 buildings on each side, 4 times 4. No, excuse me, that's 12 buildings. Sorry, math was wrong. That's 12 buildings in one whole block. Think about it. How many people live? That's what I'm trying to say. There's not enough parking. Okay. You can probably park about 22, 25 cars maybe on each side. There's not enough parking for everybody. There's not enough parking. There's not enough garbage cans. There's just, bro, it's a losing fight for the cities. And for those that are wanting the city to be a certain way, and it's not going to happen when you have this many people. I've talked to people from the government, stuff like that, and some say that Section 8 is a problem and all this stuff. And that's the type of things we're going to talk about in the new channel. We're going to really get into it. Now, me, myself, I'm not in Section 8, okay? But that's going to be a topic to talk about. I would like people's input. You know, this is for the mature, grown people. If you're young and you don't know about it, and I guess, just watch, listen. It's going to be very controversial. It's going to be one of those channels. uh, who, who knows? Maybe in the coming years, things may change. In New York, there you go again. Like, for example, I was going to make the pizza review, but I decided really not to post it. You know why? Because when I was actually doing the review of the pizza and I was outside the shop talking, there comes ambulance, 2 fire trucks, okay? And I've got another service vehicle. I'm like, "Damn." Now, honestly, that is New York, okay? That is New York. I don't know if Chicago's like this or any other city, but right now, this is what New York is about right now, okay? Not the most safest city. Even when I was walking at 3 a.m., man, every time 3:45 a.m., I would start walking. Back in the days when I was in the old gym, I had no idea if I was going to get there. You know, just what it is. Don't live in the most safest city, that's for sure. So yeah, ah, whew, feels good though out here. It feels good when you're in the shade, but it does not feel good when you're not in the shade. Underneath a tree, yes. Underneath, like, when you got one of those, I forgot what to call them, when they're actually doing some construction or something like that. Yeah, it does not feel good because it's hot as hell. The tree itself actually doesn't emit heat like that, but the dead wood, yes, sir. Plus the metal siding and all that shit is hot. Woo, I'm thirsty as hell, but I don't want to stop. I want to get to what I need to get to. Oh, whew, oh, God, man. Uh, Yo, I remember when I was younger, I used to walk the streets of New York, and the streets of New York were full of people. Right, a lot of people walking. It was like full of life. Now there's more people here, and nobody's walking. Right now, I see one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. 7 people, 1 block, right in front of me. In New York back in the days, bro, what? Even downtown. There's barely anybody downtown. That's crazy, but it's the truth. I don't know what's going on exactly. You would think there would be more people. It's either people have moved or people are just indoors, don't want to come out, or honestly, people are just working. Oh, I don't know what the hell they're doing. There's a lot of people that aren't working. Okay. If you look really deep into the matter, a lot of people are not working. So is it that the people that are not working are busy doing something else, who knows what, um, and are also inside indoors? And the people that are working obviously are at work. Or those that can work, I don't know how that goes. Oh, look at this nice little house right here between the cut. Wow, a little diamond in the rough, man. Diamond in the rough, that's for sure. Whew. Yeah, we need to start doing this a lot more for you guys walking around. Oh man, yeah. That's probably gonna be the other channel. We're gonna be talking all kinds of stuff while walking around. Uh, you know, talking about some uncomfortable topics. Oof. So yeah, man, it's that time. It's that time. I gotta go on the train station. All right, guys. It's been fun, been real. Something I haven't done in a while. I actually walked somewhere, came back, decided to go ahead and talk to you guys. Boom, here I am now, about to go take the train now, go somewhere else. You never know when I appear. Okay? Never know. That's the best thing about this channel is that it's there's no time. There's just no timer. You guys will catch me or you won't. It's like one of those pop-up, whatever, pop-up tents, pop-up restaurants or whatever. We just pop up. You know what I mean? And it's always good, right? Well, at least hopefully you guys feel that way. Whew, man. Wow. All right, guys. So I'm at the train station. Oh, remember, guys, try to get your 5,000 steps. I'm telling you, I got mine in already, right? I got mine in already. My walk was deep, was good. Okay, guys? All right, guys, this is the 101 for GymChurch. Please trust the process, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Gym time tomorrow. Bye.